earlier on with these men actually reaching out to the RTO asking for the same number plate. It's of course far-fetched to imagine that the RTO officials will raise suspicion, but this is for us a sick update, something that we are not able to digest, that this may have been running on the minds of these killers way before a remark that Nupur Sharma has made.
Well, Nabila, it could perhaps be even a coincidence that the bike, the number that they had the number of 2611, and it also raises the question that if the RTO asked for extra money for this number, why is it that it was being considered as a special number? Besides that, there is a lot of anger against the duo. I'm right now in Kanpur area of Udaipur. Nabila, this is the area from where both Mohammad Riyaz and Gaus Mohammad hail from. They were staying over here in Udaipur, and out here I can tell you this entire area, you can see this entire stretch, it's an empty road, it's a big road. Mohammad Riyaz used to stay over here, and you cannot spot a single soul apart from a few people who perhaps have gotten out for essential work, or police personnel, or people who are in the business of supplying essential commodities, except that there is no one out here who you can spot. This is if the camera person pans the camera, I will show you clearly. This is the place, Nabila, and this is very important. You should, look at this. This is the place where Mohammad Riyaz was staying in Udaipur. You see this notice. This is the notice which was pasted by the anti-terrorist squad of Udaipur. This clearly mentions that both of them, Mohammad Riyaz and Gaus Mohammad, have been placed under arrest. This is the house where Mohammad Riyaz was staying. He was staying on the first floor. The camera person can show you the place where Mohammad Riyaz was staying in Udaipur. He was here with his family, with his wife and 2 children. So this is the exact location where Mohammad Riyaz was staying in Udaipur. Importantly, he came over here on June 13th. Before that, he was staying at another place. He was thrown out by the landlord because he had some altercation with him. Thereafter, he came over here. And the family members were also staying over here. Perhaps he had not told his wife even about his, murderous intentions. The day when the act was committed on June 28, thereafter, the wife went to her parents' place, which is behind this lane. And over there, the entire family, I've spoken with several neighbors out there, they maintain that the entire family has ran away from there. They escaped from there on the very same date that Mohammad Riyaz committed that murderous act, and that video went viral. So after the entire family ran away from there, the police came and interrogated the neighbors, asked them about them. In fact, even the landlord, Muhammad Umar, was extensively interrogated, asked about whether he knew about the antecedents of Mohammad Riyaz, what were his credentials, why was he given a place to stay over here, whether his tenant verification had happened. So Muhammad Umar, informatively told them that he did not have any inkling about the intentions of Mohammad Riyaz, or that he was up to such a thing, and that, some of the people say that both of them used to pray a lot. They used to, read namaz 5 times a day. And about Gaus Mohammad, they say
unfortunately for some in the community, that's all that they want, only to see that the people who they are dealing with are religious. They are praying 5 times namaz. That means they're good people. That's an unfortunate state of affairs. It's a Muslim locality. Is it a Muslim neighborhood? And like you rightly said, was there any police verification done of those tenants by those owners? And what were these men really up to before this? In the sense, were they doing a job? Were they appointed, employed somewhere? What is their background before coming to this house? And also, are they locals of Rajasthan? Again, something that we've not got clarity on as yet.
So, Nabila, I will answer each and every question of yours, because some of these are really important questions. Mohammad Riyaz hails from Rajasthan, but he was staying in Bhilwara. So he arrived in Udaipur around 22 years ago. Since then, he was staying in different localities. Since the beginning, he had been on rent. Whereas Gaus Mohammad is concerned, he's a local from Udaipur. He had been staying in Udaipur since the very beginning. His family had been staying in Udaipur. And the neighbors, the reason I mentioned that they were 5-time namazis, as they call them, because the neighbors claim that we had never had an inkling about these kind of activities. But what we are given to understand is that Mohammad Riyaz, around 2013-14, went to Pakistan, Karachi, got indoctrinated over there, came back, watched a plethora of videos on YouTube which had those indoctrination sermons in them, and thereafter Gaus Mohammad came in contact and he also got indoctrinated. Now there are several, stuff that has been already confiscated by the police initially, and perhaps that may have been passed on to the National Investigation Agency as well. And the police patrolling has been happening regularly out here. I can tell you that there is a lot of rage, a lot of angst against these men. They claim that they have destroyed the communal fabric that existed between the Hindus and the Muslims, because now they also say that there is a lot of distrust. In fact, I was speaking with a couple of young men yesterday. They told me that there has been a loss of about 20 to 25 crores. In fact, I can tell you, this is, you asked me whether this is a Muslim locality or not. The majority of the people out here do belong to the minority community.